Welcome to the Break Room Podcast. We're back, folks.
It's been a hot minute, but we're back.
We're back. We decided on a new schedule.
We needed it.
Yeah.
We were feeling it.
We're bi-weekly girls now.
Yeah.
It's just
like a paycheck.
Yeah. We're a little too boring for week to week, I think.
Yeah. And not only that, I think it was also like not affecting us, but like when we would see each other, we wouldn't say anything at all.
We're silent.
Yeah. And I was like,
we're saving for the podcast, and it's
exactly.
like, this is like affecting the friendship.
Yeah.
Like we can't bond.
We need to be okay.
Yeah, guys, this is first priority here.
Yeah. And like our shift together, and also just like when we hung out, like it was good.
Silent. Like we were just like, so right. I think this is good. So then
the
like
cleanse was good.
Yeah. So the cleanse helped us a lot. Mm-hmm. We're back and better than ever. We have a lot that like we can speak on now.
Yeah, lots happened.
So I feel like
it'll be good for us, good for them.
Absolutely. Well, you were taken out the first week.
Oh yeah.
This is what started everything.
Right. Yeah, because everything seems to take me out.
Because we had to skip like a film.
Yeah. I was sick last week. Was it last week? Like a week and a half ago?
A week and a half ago, I'd probably say.
Yeah, I had a sinus infection, was on my deathbed, is what it felt like. 102.6 fever.
Oh, it's really good.
Like 103 is when you have to go to the hospital. So,
you were 0.04 in the way. That's
just a little off, but you know, I'm fine. I lost a little bit of weight, so
that's good. I'm skinny.
I'm skinny from it. If you ever want to lose some weight really quick, just get
a sinus infection, guys.
Just get a little bit sick.
But everyone's getting sick right now.
Everyone.
My brother was just on his bachelor party.
Yeah.
The entire party was like sick.
I don't even think I told you when I went to go get checked out because it was like really bad. They kind of just ruled it as a sinus infection because she was checking and like my sinuses did look inflamed and stuff. Yeah. So she's like, I'm just going to give you something for this. But like you can tell that she was like, I'm not really sure what's going on with you.
Yeah.
But this should kind of at least help you. So it's funny that you say that everyone's getting sick because I say I had a sinus infection because that's what they gave me for it. But she wasn't even convinced that I had that.
Yeah. It's so interesting because this happens all the time too. Yeah. Especially like this, like right now, everyone's getting like the same sickness and it's like unidentified. Like everyone's diagnosed with something different.
Everyone.
I'm like, let's not have another COVID situation, please.
Yeah, no, thank you. Was I like patient? What is it, patient one? Was that me?
Well, at work they're calling it the Maggie flu.
Yeah,
because everyone else at work is getting it.
Everyone. I feel so
I'm
bad.
next.
You are.
I'm next.
There's no doubt in my mind.
I'm getting some chills, guys. Yeah. It's like I'm nervous.
And I was blaming my allergies. I was like, yeah, it's my allergies. No,
I love to do that though, because when I don't want to be sick, and like when I don't feel good, I push through. I'm like, nope, I'm going to work. I'm doing my thing. I'm like, I'm just dramatic. Just dramatic. And then like I'm actually dying, and I'm like,
yeah. And it was during finals week, and I was like, I don't have time. So it actually helped that I was being a little bit.
I don't have time to be sick.
I don't have time. So it helped that I was a little bit delulu because I feel like I kind of pushed it.
Yeah. And also, I feel like if you're feeling like that during finals week, it's like it's just because it's finals week.
Yeah, it's like the stress. Yeah.
Not having school, though.
Wow.
I'm a new woman.
I'm alive and well.
I actually am smiling.
I think I haven't cried like all week.
It's literally been like a week, like a full week of no school.
Yeah.
And I just feel like I'm on cloud nine. Yeah. I feel like I've been living my best life. I can actually go home and like sit.
Exactly. Yeah.
I haven't had that.
Even though it's been cloudy all week, I'm still happy.
I'm so happy. It's raining and I'm like, let me just like lay in there like I can because I'm not occupied.
Exactly.
It's so nice.
And even though I still wake up early, but at least I don't have to go to school.
I have been I don't have to set an alarm because I work like in the evening.
Yeah.
But I've been setting alarm to go to the gym.
Yeah.
It's a choice.
Like
this is a choice. Skinny is a choice. I'm getting up every day to better myself and I'm not doing school. It's so nice.
The best feeling.
Literally today when I went to work out, everyone was like, oh, how is it? Like not having school. And like, the smile upon my face, I was like, it's the best time of my life.
Yep. And I never understood because I waited to go to school. So
Me too.
When people would complain about, oh yeah, this is hard, I'm like, how hard could it really be? And I'm like, how hard could it be? Then now I'm like, oh, I am so sorry. And I think I want to literally write a handwritten note to everyone that I ever doubted how hard school was.
Well, that's the thing is because I think college in itself is like such a thing because when you don't go to like a huge university or like, I mean, just college in general, but like specifically a large university, I think you see it from the outside and you're like, how are you complaining about this? Like, you're out at a party every day, you're making friends every day, you're hooking up with guys every day. Like, what about this is like a hard life? And then you maybe go to class because it like doesn't seem like it.
Yeah.
And then like even county, I was like, okay, like you drive 5 minutes down the street, you go to like one class at like 11 a.m. and then go home. Like, I was like, what about that is like that hard? Like, it's easier than high school. Now doing it, I'm like,
I'm struggling.
and apparently we have like the easiest major too.
We do. And I am hanging on by a thread.
This is why I wasn't meant for school.
I wasn't.
We have the easy, it's literally for people that like, they're just like la-di-da. Like, that's the only way to describe communications.
Yeah.
Brain dead.
Pretty much.
Oh, I like social media.
I like social media. Maybe I can do something with it.
PR package, yay. Like, that's like literally it. It's just creative people that like didn't know what to do with their life.
Exactly.
So like realistically, this should not be the hardest.
But here we are. Maybe that says something about us.
I know. I know. Well, that's the thing. I just saw this video. I don't know if we've talked about this before. I think we might have. But like I saw this girl talking about like her perception of things. And she was talking about like Miami, for example.
Oh my gosh.
She was like, do they go to class?
Right.
And I think about this literally all the time. Like, what do they, like, do they actually go to class? Because they have a party, like a bender all day, every day. Like, they have pool parties during the day.
Wasn't their graduation literally like it turned into a rave or something like that? Did you see that?
No.
Yeah, like someone at their graduation posted a TikTok and they were like, yeah, like it was as if you were in a club.
That would be. That absolutely would be. I just feel like it's not an effective school. I mean, apparently it's like a really, really good like educational school though.
But like where?
But I want to know where. Yeah, and then like also just other universities, for example, like people that like went to my school or like schools around that I just like know on like social media, they'll post and it's like every night is like a party. I'm like, do you study?
Where are you studying? Where's the education, babe?
Like, is it only county colleges that?
I actually heard that because people that I used to be friends with, they went to county and then now they're at, they transferred. But they were saying that once they went to like a larger school, their grades actually were curved more than they were in county. And county was more strict on how you did.
I think county is probably like, I mean, because it's strictly education. There's no dorms. There's no parties. It's like you just show up. You don't really talk to people. Like maybe you ask for a pencil to the person next to you, but like you don't talk. You just like go and leave. So I feel like they would be stricter.
And they were bio majors.
Oh my God.
Like one of the hardest. And they were like, yeah, it's way harder in county than it was after.
Oh my God.
And they're so lenient with how you do. Like, yeah, we'll curve it. We'll do this. It's
That's
so much easier for you to cheat. Like, I'm like, what's going on?
Well, and they also like it's 10 times more expensive than county college to go to like, but like, do we have it harder?
It kind of feels like it.
Maybe that's why it's a little cheaper.
From what I hear, at least like where we are, I can't say for everyone else.
Yeah.
But where we're located, that's what it seems like.
It's insane to me. And my favorite thing was like growing up though, like the teachers were like, I'm preparing you guys for college. Like college is going to be like the hardest thing you ever do in your entire life. I think it's easier than high school.
It is easier than high school.
It's like 10 times. The professors, they said they were going to be so strict on deadlines. They're going to be so strict on everything. Granted, I don't like hand things in late regardless. The professors they like call out and like are late more than the students.
Or they like will cancel class last minute.
They don't want to be there. Like they are the like chillest people ever. Like I had a teacher my freshman year of high school. This man was probably like 75, first of all. Very like the more than old school. Like this guy, I don't know what era he should be in, but he was not. He like taught so insanely. If you got like one thing wrong, he was like, you failed. And then he was like, this is what it's gonna be like in college. And he wouldn't pass you if you got like one thing wrong. Like,
yeah.
For example, my freshman year, we had to write a 10-page paper. Keep in mind, my English Composition 2 honors college course, it was 7 pages. Like literally less than my freshman year history class, keep in mind. We had to write like a whole 10-page paper like on a historical event, and I talked about like the assassination of like JFK. And so 14-year-old me like comes up with this whole thing, one singular paragraph. I wrote who JFK was, because hello, I'm talking about his assassination. Like, maybe we should mention
let's debrief
who he is for one paragraph. One, he failed me because he said it's not a biography. And he did this to everyone. He was like, if you do this, like, automatic fail. And all he did was read the first page on everybody's. And if you saw one thing wrong on the first page, you failed.
He wouldn't even continue reading.
No, I passed that class with like a 65. That was a D minus.
With my school, D's didn't exist.
What?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, so my school,
me.
a D was an F. So it was either C and up for you to pass.
Oh my God.
Yep. My school didn't have that.
I was like on the honor roll. Like I was straight A student. That class though.
Because there are classes that are hard. I know I ended up failing a history class because of the D not being a grade.
Oh my God.
So then I had to retake it the following year. Like an idiot.
No, that
literally like a stupid fuck.
That literally saved me.
Yeah, no.
Because that class specifically, I was like, I don't care what happens. I just need to get through it.
Yeah.
Then the next year, the guy retires. I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. So I just made the break of being in his class. Also, when we walked
Someone
in.
should have plotted something.
Right?
Someone should have taken him out.
Right. Like, I'm going to write my 10-page paper on yours. Yes. That's a little morbid. I wonder how he's doing now. He's probably like living by himself and like miserable.
I hope he's still living.
I'm gonna have to do some digging.
Yeah.
But I remember, so his class also, he wouldn't, like, obviously we couldn't have like our phones, and like a lot of classes were like that, but it was like put it in your backpack, put it like whatever, like just don't have it on your desk, which is like most of it, because like it's still our property. We would walk in, he had like a signed, it was like a milk carton tray type of thing, like, you know, where they put all the bottles in, but it was like a cardboard version, and it was like assigned like numbers, and you were like a number. And you'd walk in, and he'd be like, 3, like, put your phone in.
Yeah.
And they would just be facing us, like, the phones of the whole class. And he would, like, do things to, like, weirdly, like, torment the kids, like, around the phones.
Oh
like,
my
he'd be like, bet you guys want to be on your phones right now. Or, like, so, and it's, like, it was just weird. Like,
right.
It was so weird. He made it, like, the one test, we had to memorize, like, all of the maps of every single country and every single city in every country. And then we had to, like, he would give us a blank map, and you would have to write in every state, every city, every capital.
Yeah.
And that was, like, a test.
Oh, no.
And you'd have, like, 2 days to study it. And I was like...
No, my school was kind of scandalous, like, with what would happen. So basically, this happened my freshman year. I was in a business class, and then one of my best friends was also in the business class, but she was in a different period than I was. I come to realize this happened towards, I think, middle endish of the year. We were doing a presentation. This is from her point of view. She was doing the presentation, and then she was on the smartboard putting it up so she can display it. And then she finds history on his desktop that she was using to display it, and then there was child pornography on it. In the middle of class, on his history. She still gave the presentation, but had to tell somebody what just happened, and he got arrested.
That's really good stuff.
Yeah.
My school had several pedophiles.
Frequent. Like, things like this would happen a lot. There was one math teacher that would follow this girl home and, like, follow what she did and stalked her.
Shit.
And she was in my grade.
Oh my God.
Yep.
Well, my school, we had several scandals. So when I was in 6th grade, well, no. Yeah, it was like summer of 6th grade going into 7th. And so, like, there was this one teacher. He was the 8th grade history teacher. Growing up, because, like, I was friends with a girl who was, like, 4 years older than me. So, like, when I was in 6th grade, she was, like, a freshman because our families were really close. Like, we would go to my brother's, like, our brothers' dirt bike races together, like, that kind of thing. So we were, like, really, really close friends. And so she would tell me, like, her 8th grade year that this teacher was a creep, and he would, like, if you had, like, words on your shirt and, like, your boobs were there, he would just stare, and then he'd be like, I'm just reading your shirt. 13-year-olds, they're 13, maybe 14.
Oh.
And then he would, if they were in the hallway, so him and, like, my old history teacher, these two, they would stand in the hallway and rate the girls. So they would walk past, they'd be like, 7. like, we're talking, like, 6th to 8th grade.
Oh.
Like, 11 to maybe 14 years old.
Oh my God.
And they would literally sit in the hallway and do that, right? So the girls that were like a year older than me that were going into 8th grade, they were like, we all knew each other because it was a small school. So I was friends with like a bunch of different ages and stuff. But this one girl posts on her Snapchat story one day, and it was like summer, we're waiting for like our classes, like, oh, what teachers do we have? And she posts an article that he was arrested because him and one of the students, 13 years old, were having a relationship. He was also like 50 outside of the school. And apparently they like met up and whatever. And he said that like she was, I forget what he said that they were doing. Like he would leave the house. First of all, his wife was like my pediatrician.
Oh my gosh.
And he would tell the wife like, oh, it's like summer classes. Like I'm just like helping her. And would go and like
helping
fool
her
around. And that girl got like really fucked up from it. So she was like, she left the school for like a long time, and like really bad shit happened to her.
My God.
But I think she's doing well now. But that guy, he got arrested. And I remember the girl posting it because all of us were like, oh my God, no, nobody wants this teacher. Nobody wants this teacher. Mm-hmm. And so when he got arrested, we were all like, yeah, like everyone was so happy. So the girl who was like a year older than me that posted it, she was like, guys, we're free. Like we don't have to have him. And it was like a whole thing. But then when I got into 7th grade, the guy who rated like with him was my history teacher. So, and he was like weird. He didn't like do anything, but he was just like weird. Mm-hmm. And then, oh my God, there were so many other ones, but just this past like few weeks, our like the band teacher that was like at my school. Yeah. We were all, very skeptical of him for a very long time. No one like really liked him. He got this like new position and just like being like the rule patrol basically. So he would walk around the school and like if you were doing anything he had like a problem with it. It's like, oh, like I'm gonna write you up. Like he was just like a douchebag. When I would drop Kaiki off at school because he stayed back, so he graduated the year after me, so I would take him to school sometimes in the morning if I was like going to work or something. Yeah. So I would drop him off. If he was like, I forget what it was, like this doors close at like 7:30. It would be like 7:29. He'd be like running into the door and he would be like, no, you're late. And would like lie, and he'd like write him and he's like, what the hell, man? Like, let me in. Right. Like, what the hell? So anyway, so no one liked this guy, but he was also the band director, so he was so weird with all the girls. And one girl specifically, like years ago, when I was in the cheer team, I would watch from like the track and like look up at the band like in the bleachers, and they were like all over, just like the weirdest shit. So my mom sends me this article the other day, and he got arrested.
Oh my God.
For like pedophilia and like having a relationship with a minor. And this happened years ago. Like it was in almost like 10 years ago, and he was just now arrested for it, and it was at a different school. That because he was like working with different schools. He like, and he has a child, like and he's like also like 50, but he has a kid at home, like a really little kid, a wife, like, and he would bring his kid like around these girls and stuff like that. And so he was having a relationship with a girl at like another school. I think she was 13. It said 13 to 17. That's what it said. So I don't know the age range it could have been. But regardless, a minor.
That's still, yeah.
And then apparently it's like coming out, like all these other people from like the band are like coming out and like saying shit about him.
Oh my
it's like
God.
It's like recent, like really current events in my town.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Like really crazy stuff goes
That's
on.
That's insane. Now I feel like at my school it got kind of boring from what I know of. I have to actually ask Gabe's little brother what's going on.
Well, it's just weird because my school was so small. Like my graduating class I think was like 90 kids. Like it's small.
We were just talking about this too.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And so like everyone kind of knows everybody, but it's like, what are the odds at a school that small there's like multiple pedophiles as teachers?
And like that's what my question is. Like I know these people go through a process. Like they probably do background checks.
They have to.
But like how do they get that far?
But that's what I'm saying. But it's also interesting to me because like, and this is going to sound like I am not defending a pedophile by any means, but you think it would be like a bigger school that would have multiple cases because like there's more employment. Yeah. How is it like the small school? That makes me think though, like how many like aren't getting caught?
Yeah, because in my grade it was I think 3 teachers.
Yeah, I think it was there was another one, and it was a woman. She was our gym teacher in like 1st grade. She went to the high school party. Yeah, and like was like making out with the guys. Like she was at the high schoolers party.
Now that you said a woman, that reminded me. I was like, I think it's 4.
It's actually 4.
Because when I was in middle school, I had an issue with this one gym teacher. Speaking of gym teachers, and she was like very like manly and like how she behaved.
Yeah.
But she was always very mean to certain people, but like loved and was super nice to like boys.
Oh God.
But
Pick me, teacher.
Yeah, but if you were a girl, she would be super rude to you. And I think a lot of students had the same issue. She rubbed everyone off the wrong way. And then a couple years later, after when I was in high school, I found out that she like got caught for like a bunch of stuff.
Oh my God.
And all of us always had a bad feeling about her. And then turns out, yeah,
that's what
she's
happens.
a hot mess.
That's literally what happens. There was like, oh my God, it's actually like really disturbing how many there were like in my school, because I'm like, this is a small district. Like all of my gym teachers growing up were like my gym teachers in elementary, high school, middle school, because they just like would move them upwards. And then eventually the schools got so small they completely closed one of the schools and then converted like all of those kids into like the middle school or something.
Yeah.
So now there's like, they're down to 3 schools in total. There was like 4. Yeah.
Mine's
so there's
way
like
too big.
You know, there's even less.
Oh my God.
And they're like losing this pedophilic staff.
It's just gonna get, now there's gonna be 2.
Yeah. Like really, really crazy stuff goes on.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Speaking of like childhood
Yeah.
things. So I wanted to tell you about this because I was telling you how I like redid the whole room and everything yesterday. And we moved everything around. We like did a deep dive in my closet. First of all, I've been living in the same bedroom since I was born. So like there's a lot of stuff. Like my mom, love you mom, she keeps everything. She is a very like sentimental person. So everything is like, keep it in your closet. Don't get rid of it. Keep it in your closet, don't get rid of it. And so growing up, like I would try to like clean my room and she'd be like, oh my God, no, you can't get rid of that.
That's my dad too.
So like growing up in the same room, it's like there's so many things that just got like left there that are like so old, like so gross. And I'm like, I just don't need these things anymore. So Kaiki and I were like, we have 2 dressers in the room and I got a new dresser that's like much bigger. And I was like, I just want this shit gone. Like the 2 dressers is taking up so much space. Like the closet's disgusting. So we just took apart everything, took out the dressers, put the new dresser in. Like we just did everything. It took like 9 hours yesterday. Yeah. So as we're doing this, like you know what happens when you do a deep clean. It's good.
It's good.
It's good.
That just like brought me back.
The way your face just lit up taking that sip. I've just never seen her reaction. That was actually
we're gonna take a quick pause because I took off the sleeves so no one would see.
Okay. Okay.
But you wanna explain really quick and then we'll go back.
Yeah.
From where you went for Mother's Day?
Yeah.
This is how it
Okay.
came up.
Okay. Wait, so should we talk about this first?
I think maybe because this is why we went to go get this coffee.
Okay. Am I allowed to say like
Just say it. I'm afraid.
Oh, I'm not gonna say the name.
Okay.
No.
But you can say, yeah.
But like the situation.
Yeah.
Okay.
By all
Okay.
means, yeah. I think I might have mentioned it briefly.
Okay, guys, we're not getting in trouble here.
No.
So, you used to work
Yeah, at a coffee shop.
which we both did. We know that.
Yeah.
It's local around these parts that we film.
Knows it, yeah.
And everyone knows it. It's like such a cute place.
It's like the only one at the time.
Only like cute like cafe in the area. Well, now there's
they just
more,
opened
but
another one, but
yeah,
at the time.
So I used to go there like not often, honestly. Like I didn't go very much, but you told me that it was the behind the scenes is not.
It was really bad. Like the way that they would treat employees, never got to eat. It was just they were so rude to you, would treat you like actual garbage. They were a couple, so they would argue in front of you and kind of like let it out on you. So it kind of felt like you were the child of divorced parents. And
That's kind of how it was at my place,
yeah,
too.
and it felt like just seeing all of it happen. It was just so toxic, and it really took a toll on everyone there. The amount of times that I've cried, I felt bad about myself. Like my ego after that was completely gone. It took me a long time to finally like, okay, I'm back.
It's the barista.
Definitely needed therapy.
Yeah.
But overall, really bad. I told them that they were really bad once I knew that I was not going to be there.
Piece of shit.
Yeah, I said the way you treat people is not right. Fix it because people are going to quit.
Yeah.
Whatever. So that's kind of like how we left off. On
So just not good terms.
Not good terms. I can never go back. But here we are.
But the coffee, however,
is good.
It's really good.
And anytime someone asks me, where can I get a good cup of coffee? I will always say there. Because I'm not going to lie, I used to be a customer. I liked it, which is why I wanted to work there. And it was good at certain times, but it was also bad. So, like, but the coffee was so good.
It's banging.
It's so good. So, like, yeah, they're assholes, but they can really make a good cup
They can make a good cup. That's the thing. And so I think I've only gone like a handful of times, which is like weird because like considering how much I love coffee and it's such a cute place, like aesthetic wise, flavor wise, you think I would have been there more. But I'm someone like I really like a plain coffee.
Yeah.
And my order is iced coffee with oat milk. That's all I really get. And I did not like theirs. So I was like, ooh. So I didn't really go back.
Iced coffee.
Yeah, they have cold brew. And
which I never thought that it was right that they never said that to people.
They didn't. They just gave me the cold brew.
Yeah, they would tell us, don't tell people. And in my mind, I'm like, this has a lot of caffeine. Like, I feel like we should maybe
because cold brew is like extremely different than iced coffee.
It
like
is.
People don't realize that. It has a different flavor. Yeah. And I don't dislike cold brew. I just prefer iced coffee.
And there's been moments where people have been like, yeah, this is too strong. And I'm like, because it's not iced coffee, it's cold brew. And I feel bad, but it's like,
I love a strong coffee, but it almost tasted so strong that it's like sour. And I don't like a strong coffee that tastes sour. That's like my number one pet peeve. I like it just no. So the only times I ever went there was when they had like really fun specialty drinks that I would like go with my mom. So it's like she holds like a good place in her heart for it.
Yeah, and they always have seasonal drinks all the time. They do something
and
fun.
They're really good.
They are so good every time. I can't lie.
Yeah, and so my mom and I, well, for Mother's Day, we were going to go to this really like cute bakery that's like pretty far that she wanted to try, but she had just gone to like a breakfast and everything. And I was like, well, it's a rainy day. Like, I'd rather us go there when we can like spend the day walking those streets and like do something nice. Yeah. So we just decided to stay local. So she was like, well, I want to go there.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay. And as I'm in there, I literally felt like a traitor. I was like, oh my God.
I've been betrayed by the host.
I was like, I'm actually betraying you right now. And I sent you a picture in there because I was like, I'm guilty conscience right now. We're getting our coffee and I take a sip of this coffee and I was like, oh my God.
It's so good.
And I'm like not a huge, like, I love a latte, but I'm like always, like I said, iced coffee. But I got an iced latte with oat milk because I knew I didn't like the cold brew situation.
Did you get a large?
I got a small because I had coffee in the morning and I was like already like this, but I had to try it. And every time that I get lattes, I always get vanilla in it because I've just never, I don't think I've ever had like
Did you get that today too?
Yeah. I don't think that I've ever had a plain latte because I was too scared like I wouldn't like it.
Really?
Because I only ever tried lattes with vanilla in it. So I thought that if I got it differently that it would be too strong and I wouldn't like it because I'm like,
so good.
Oh my God, it tastes just like the vanilla latte.
That coffee.
And I'm like, wait, I just never needed the vanilla.
No, that coffee is what made me love just the flavor of coffee because theirs is so different. Here I am like talking good about them. I'm talking good about the coffee, not
hyping them up.
Yeah, the coffee, the product is good.
Yeah, the product, yeah. Well, that's the thing. I was like, and then I think I like said to you, I was like, I'm sorry. This place is good. Like,
good.
I'm kind of craving it.
Yeah.
So I said, well, what if we get it today to film? Because it's also right next to where we film. So I was like, well, if we get that today, I'll go in. I'll get you the drink.
Yeah.
And then you never have to actually do it, but you can get the flavor.
I can just reminisce.
Yeah.
The good times, not
Do
the
we
bad.
have PTSD? Like, what is the vibe? What's the verdict?
When I tell you the rush of memories that just went through, like, that sounds so dramatic, but literally,
no, it's true.
You
though.
saw my face. I literally went, oh my God.
You like took a moment.
That was wow. This was when times were good though.
Yeah.
This drink
was when you enjoyed it.
This was my pick-me-up drink. Every time I was having a little bit of a rough day, I was like, like whatever. I was going through it. I had this, and it would instantly make me feel better. And anytime someone was feeling off, I would be like, oh, get a London Fog. Get a London Fog.
It's a classic.
It's the best.
At the cafe that I worked at, when I first started working there, I loved this place so much. Like, I used to go there to eat like every now and again, but when I got the job, I was like, oh my God, cutest place ever. I started as a barista.
Yeah.
And they also had like a restaurant as well. So after like a year of being a barista, the other year was serving. So I switched around. So I kind of knew how to do everything there. But when I was a barista, like, I loved it in the beginning. And then when I went full time, once I graduated, I was like, this is really bad. And the town that it was in, everyone there is an asshole. They're all rich, entitled assholes. Like, you can go somewhere where people have like money. It doesn't matter. These people, I was talking to my mom about this last night because I was like kind of getting flashbacks from this place.
Yeah.
I have no other way to describe these type of people as like the print of Vera Bradley.
Oh my gosh.
Do you know what I'm talking about? The Vera Bradley print.
Yes.
If that print was a person,
it would
that is that whole town. And every customer, but like rude. That print, like that's all they wore was like that type of style. Like they were weird ass folk. And just like rude. I've literally never experienced anything like that in my entire life. And every job I've worked was customer service, and I never had customers that rude. And it was like the most traumatic thing ever.
Yeah.
And I went back 2 different times because, I mean, as much as I literally hated every second of me being there, I didn't leave on bad terms. Like, here I did.
Yeah.
Here I absolutely did. But like to the owners, to the management, I was like, I just need to, it's my time to go. You know what I mean? Like there was no bad blood. In the back of my mind there is, but they don't know that.
Yeah.
They like, the whole thing was just bad.
I feel like I was fortunate enough because we are still in the same town, and this town was actually really nice.
Yeah.
So like all the customers that I dealt with were the sweetest people ever.
They're really nice.
Occasionally there'd be like a weirdo every now and then, but that's everywhere.
Yeah.
But like would always be so nice. They tipped like crazy, which is why I loved that job. The amount of tips that I would get, I wouldn't need to spend money because I would just use my tips.
Well, that's exactly how I was feeling, because I thought that job I was going to get so much money because it's an extremely wealthy town that I was working in. So I thought like, oh my God, these people are going to be awesome. We had to split our tips, like waitressing and baristaing, but that's pretty standard for a barista. But the tips were horrible. And I also think that they were like stealing from us.
Oh God.
Yeah, I really think so. Because like there would be days where we'd get like all this money, and then at the end of the day it was like $30 for each of us. And I was like, and also leaving with $30.
That's not.
After an 8-9 hour shift is insane. People that serve work like 6-hour shifts and go home with 200.
Yep.
It does depend if like the place is like has alcohol, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
We were like BYOB, so like people, like we would have to like pop their bottles and pour it up and make mimosas for them, and like we would do all of this work around their drinks and like refills, but like we weren't getting paid for that. You know what I mean? So
you were doing more, but just not getting anything back.
So that's why I kind of hated the whole BYOB thing. I mean, like good for those people, it's like probably a good idea, but it just like sucked, and like people would not tip.
Yeah, like if there was a way to compensate you for that, that would be nice.
But there was one day, so like I worked the really early morning shift, which was like the opening, and so like the other servers didn't come in until like an hour or two after I got there, so I was alone for like the first like 2 hours on the floor basically. So I would open, do all the side work, serve, whatever. Also, nobody else did any of the side work, but whatever.
That's another thing, yeah. But everything was so biased where I was.
Yep. So this really, really nice guy comes in, and he's just like table for one, sits by himself, right? And also for all the shifts or tables that I had when I'm alone, I get all those tips for me. But when someone else is clocked in, like whoever leaves, that tip is now like pulled out to both of us. So this guy comes in at like 8 o'clock. And he stays to do work until like noon. And he told me, he was like, it's like also like a cafe. So it's like you can sit and do that kind of thing. So he was like, oh, do you mind? And he kept like, he thanked me like 10 times for everything I did. Was like, my wife was a waitress, and like I just know how hard this job is. And was just I've never had a customer like that in my life. I was like, oh my God. He tipped $100.
Wow.
And I had to split it. When he was my table by myself.
And it was
for you? Yeah. And I had to split it.
Get me. No.
Yep. I was like, you've got to be kidding me. But now, like, our new job, like, being there, like, I was honestly so nervous because after that job, I was like, I don't think I could work customer service anymore. The people are so nice.
The hardest part for me was leaving the customers, which is why I stayed so long, because I loved just being a barista. Like, every time I see people make a cup of coffee, I'm like, that was my favorite job ever, like, in that way. But unfortunately, the owners just ruined the experience for me. But like the customers were so sweet. I loved what I did. They would always compliment you, were so nice to you, would tip you. They would get drinks multiple times in their sitting and would just constantly tip you $5.
It's so nice.
So then they were so sweet, and I was like, oh, that's why I stayed so long, was because of them. Fortunately enough, I see them now at our job because it's so close, and I'm like, oh my God,
this is so nice.
Hi. So that's really rewarding that I get to see some of them.
I think like I would love to have my own coffee shop.
Me too.
Like I think about that all the time, and like I just think it would be so nice. And like Kaiki and I have talked about this because he wants to open his own like mechanic shop because that's what he wants to do. Imagine like a coffee shop connected to the mechanic that could be like separate, but like imagine you're waiting to like get your oil changed or like anything, and you could just like go and it's like the girly like coffee shop next door.
My best friend that used to work with me at the coffee shop, she watches the podcast as well, so hey guys, both of them, but her and our boyfriend, she used to work with me at the coffee shop, so she loves coffee, so does he, but he also is really into soccer and like soccer jerseys and everything. He sells like vintage jerseys, like he finds them, so he really likes it. And then they were thinking about one day, because we all like worked together, so we were like, what if one day like we opened a coffee shop where like you have like vintage soccer stuff and like all that kind of vibe, but then it's their idea, but and then like have a coffee shop.
Well, that's kind of how I felt with the mechanic, is like we can have like retro cars as like booths and like just make it like a really cool like car type of theme, but like still like girly and stuff like that. But I want it to just be like so cute, like old vintage like Volkswagens everywhere, and like it would be so cute.
It would be cute.
I've been obsessed with, have you seen the Nitro Bar in Rhode Island?
I haven't, no.
So the owner of it, she's like, I think like literally like 22.
Oh, wow.
I could be so completely wrong, but she's always on my For You page, and
I was
she's
gonna
like,
say, is she blonde?
Yes, with short hair.
I have seen that.
She is like the coolest chick ever, and she owns this place like with her husband. Yeah. And she owns 4 of them now in Rhode Island, and it looks like the most fun place ever. Like, and she's like the owner, the boss, and like she just seems like so chill, so cool, down to earth. Like I feel like a place like that. I feel like a place like that is like the best place to work for like a coffee shop, because like if you have like a good owner, good management, and then good customers, it's like
it's a win all around,
because making the coffee is so fun.
When you have everyone like good vibes, good management, good customers, it kind of works out. Because for me, even if the customers are bad, at least you have people to like cope with the situation with. Like that used to happen to me at the job that I had before. People would just be rude left and right, but like laughing about it with people later, that kind of makes up for everything.
Well, that's the thing, is my coworkers at my last job were like such good friends of mine. They're still good friends of mine. Like we were all on the same page too. Like we had each other, which is why I stayed there as long as I did as well, because of my coworkers.
Exactly.
But we all were like so incredibly miserable. We all like quit at the same time. It was like we kind of like protested. We were like, bye. Like no, but when you have a good like work dynamic, and that's what I love so much about our job now, is like we have good management, we have good coworkers, and we have such good members. It's like,
and the members that aren't cool, they leave. They end up leaving.
Or it's like we all just relate to it, and we're like, what the hell?
Yeah.
Like even like if there's a weird person in there and they walk out, like even other members are like,
and they are more open, like they'll speak for you.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
absolutely.
Oh, you can say it, but I can't.
I really like, I don't know what it is, but like this job is honestly like so rewarding for what it is, because like
it is.
The people that come in are so like open. About everything in their life. Like I know I can probably tell you like everybody's name, all of their life stories, like because everyone just tells us everything about their life.
Never had a job like that. Like it's always been, I know a little bit about them. To,
and for like a gym,
exactly,
you wouldn't expect that. You know what I mean? It's like it's just such a good community. Like I love it forever.
I
like
do
seriously.
Too. And I feel like this is the place where I've met such good people, and they're all there for like the right reasons, which I think that also has to do a lot with it, because everyone is there for the same purpose. They want to better themselves, and it's such like a healthy environment.
It is. Yeah.
I think it just kind of just reflects on everyone, and then even us, because like I love it there.
Me too.
It's a lot of fun.
Because even like, well, I worked at a gym, like that was my first job ever, and I worked there for a couple of years, like through COVID and that kind of thing. And like I remember, like, I mean, the place was great. Like I mean, there were problems I did have, obviously, but like at the time though, I do remember it was like kind of like toxic vibes. Like people were always talking about like just like unhealthy habits around like fitness and everything. Like everyone had like problems, and like I remember my manager at the time telling us like, oh, like we have to be different than Planet Fitness. Like they give pizza to their like worker, their whatever. They're like, we don't do that here, like blah blah blah. And like this job, like at the end of like your workout, they're like, make sure you guys eat something, make sure you hydrate, like take care of yourself. Like everything is focused around like taking care of yourself. It's not about like, oh, you need to be eating like only salad, you need to be doing like it's so healthy
and realistic too. Yes, which I feel like is why people get like, they do get results. Speaking of, like literally we talk about it all the time.
We're getting snatched right now. I'm literally feeling like I have a 6-pack right now.
I feel unstoppable.
Don't even.
Like I feel great. Even like our partners say, oh my god.
I know.
I know. Where we work.
It's literally the best feeling. Yesterday, midday, so like I had worked out in the morning, got home, showered, whatever. Last night, this is like after everything, Kaiki was like, when you got home from the gym today, like your butt looked huge. He was like, it's growing. And I was like, oh my God.
Is it really?
Because, hello, I've never had a bum in my life.
Me either.
Like, oh my God, it's growing.
Like, I've always had hips, but not a bum.
Me too. I've had, my body has literally always been like pretty small, but then I always have like muffin top hips and then
My hips are huge
zero
for no
ass. Zero. And then like skinny legs. I'm
So like from the front, you'd be like, oh, she has a dump truck. And then I turn around and they're like, oh.
from the hips, you'd be like, oh, dang.
Yeah. Oh.
If you saw that muffin top, you'd be like, girl, she's going to have some hips. Then you turn around, you're like, that isn't right.
Yeah.
But I feel like I'm getting proportional a little bit. I'm like, and I have like muscle lines.
And not only that, I feel so healthy.
Me too.
Like, I've been wanting to engage in like healthy habits
Me
and like just
too.
better myself in all the right reasons, and like coming from both of us who literally struggled with food and eating,
Everything,
exercise, like all of the
everything.
above, like this is just such a refreshing,
I know, because I
don't know
don't
thing.
feel like bad.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like, even when I was sick and I missed the week, like, yeah, I was bummed because I was like, okay, this is annoying. And like, even this week I'm struggling because like I literally can't breathe. I'm struggling to breathe after, but it makes sense. But I'm not beating myself up about it.
Exactly.
I'm like, it's just a week, and then I get in and I still feel great.
Exactly.
I'm like,
Even my mom, who's a member, like, she told me, like, last night we were talking about
and
it.
she killed it, by the way.
She was telling me all about it because they were in class together.
Yeah.
But she
Hey,
was
Kathy.
she was telling me, she was like, I just like need those workouts. She's like, I enjoy it. And then she was like even talking to the one coach and telling her, like, I've been so stressed recently, like I have had so much on my mind. She's like, and it was so hard for me to get into a routine, but this place, like, I look forward to working out. And like, even like our family friend was telling us, she goes there too, she was telling literally the same thing. She was like, I look forward to working out because it's like such a fun environment, like the music is so good, and it's like if you don't feel like doing it, like once you're in there, you're like, okay,
No,
we're doing
never good.
it.
And
Yeah.
when I first started, I never understood people that would work out at 5 a.m. I'm like, you're cracked out if you think.
I thought the same thing.
I'm like, you're crazy.
I want to.
I'm like, I wouldn't mind taking it 5 a.m.
Not
And
at all.
Now I'm the people that I used to make fun of. But
Yeah.
over there, I don't get it. Like, if I were to be at a normal gym, I would rather die.
Yeah, no.
No thanks.
I was doing the 6:15 a.m., like the one after
Yeah.
5 a.m., which is like, that's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
And I was doing that before school and work, and I was like, yeah,
feel good.
I felt so cool about myself. I was like, I am literally doing that. Hello.
Like,
Still have not done a 5 a.m.
I haven't either. I did a 6:15 once. Wasn't awake, but I felt good after.
Yeah.
But for me, I just like with my day and how late I sleep, I think it just works out
Yeah.
if I work out either like at 8ish.
Yeah. I think like doing a 5 a.m. workout, like people make it like this huge thing, like, oh, you wake up at 5 a.m., like blah, 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 like hustle. But it's
Yeah.
like, if you don't have anywhere to be, why the hell are you waking up at
Why
5
are
a.m.
you
to go to
doing
the
that
gym?
to yourself?
Like, you just don't need to.
Like, you can sleep
Go
in.
at 8 a.m. Like,
It's okay.
Yeah, like
It's, yeah.
people make, yeah, that's the whole thing though, is like there's some people like at other gyms, like people, they're so crazy about like the way that they do things, and it's like I feel like where we are now, it's like do what feels good for you. Take some rest days if you need. Do it light today. Like everyone is so accepting of everything. There's never like, they push you, but they're also not like in
not
your
trying to
face.
kill you.
Like, yeah, if you're like literally dying, they're not over in your face being
Yeah.
like, keep going. Like,
Yeah, but they
up
will
in your
also,
treadmill.
yeah, like they'll call you out though if you're not really giving your all.
Absolutely.
100%.
Absolutely.
I've been called out.
Me
too. And I needed it.
Yeah,
So
because it got me there.
it really did. And now I feel like I have a dump truck.
I know. I honestly, like, I've been feeling good.
Yeah.
Like,
I
today-
feel so good. I'm gonna get my belly button pierced.
Oh my God, yes. We didn't even talk about
didn't even
that.
talk about it.
That's what we're doing today, guys.
Yeah, that's my plan. Literally after this, we're gonna go.
Yeah.
I was thinking about this since high school, and I've talked about this with you and with our manager as well, who is just a great person. So we just talk about this stuff with. And then you guys both have your belly button pierced, and I was like, I've been thinking about it for so long since high school, but I didn't want it to be like a phase where I'm gonna get sick of it. I was like, let me sit on it for a little bit. But I kind of love it, so I asked you guys for advice, and then I just been back and forth with it. But when I was deciding that I wanted to commit to it, I didn't feel snatched enough. I was like, let me wait a couple months. Let me see.
Let me get snatched
Yeah,
first.
let me get the juice, and
Yeah.
then we'll come back. Now we're back.
We're back.
We're back. So
I'm going for moral support.
Yeah,
I'm there to
be there
help
for me.
her. I'm actually, literally, I'm so excited.
I'm so excited.
And can we also stop at Target?
Yeah.
One that's right over there.
Yeah.
Because I have to, because it's Kaiki's birthday this weekend.
Yes.
And I have to get like wrapping paper and stuff.
Oh,
But
wow,
I need to
yeah.
do it like when he doesn't
No.
know. Like, you know what I mean? Because he always
secret.
knows where I am.
You told me, I was like, remember you told me you can't like sneak a present or something because he knows?
Well, we live together.
Yeah.
So first of all, that's hard. And then like when I'm home, like if I have to go somewhere, he's like, oh, I'll just go with you. So it's like if I'm running to Walmart,
That's Gabe
I'll just
too.
go with you.
That's Gabe too.
But
I
it's
try
like,
to catch him when he's at work. I'm like, oh.
well, that's the thing. And I'm like, oh my God, like, I don't know. So I was like, okay, well, if we're going out and doing something right now together, like, that's my way. But he's not going to know this because this is going to get posted after his birthday. But we have some plans this weekend.
Oh my gosh.
So tonight-
I'm so happy for you guys too. You guys deserve like just a weekend. to have
I'm
fun.
really just like, I'm so excited. And I just like, I want to make everything like special for him because for my birthday, like, he just goes like above and beyond. So I really am like, oh my God. And he's the type who like, he genuinely like, there's nothing that he really actually wants or like needs. He's just kind of like, oh, whatever. Like, he does not care about gifts. So I want to do things that are special. So like tonight I'm taking him to this like ramen restaurant. It's like a really cool place. I wanted to take him to this restaurant that our manager was telling us about. That is like, it's such cool vibes inside, but you can never get a reservation. It's like they open it at the beginning of the month and they book immediately. Like it's
insane.
crazy.
Okay.
But I'm taking him to this ramen place. It's still pretty cool. I've been there before, like years ago with my old coworkers, and it was like so good. And I'm not like a big ramen person, but he is. Like, that's like his favorite food on earth. So we're gonna go there. And then that's going to be like our night because it's like, I want to like celebrate together.
You have to like separate it too. Like a night for you guys, a night with people.
Exactly.
And then, unwind after.
So we're doing that tonight, and then tomorrow we're going to this like really cool go-kart place. So we're gonna do that, and it's like the one that's like really, really fast. It's like 40 miles per hour, and then you have to wear like helmets. It's like a whole thing.
Oh my God.
So we're going, like, his friends are coming, my family's going, like, we're all just gonna have like such a good time. And then Sunday's his actual birthday, and like his whole family's coming over, and then we're gonna get like his favorite pizza place and like cake and everything.
So sweet.
So his actual birthday is gonna be like the more like family oriented, and then like the rest of it is like just like fun and celebrating.
And I feel like that's the fun part. Like with birthdays, I feel like as you get older, you kind of have to break it up because there's so many people that you kind of want to see.
Yeah.
So like you don't just want to pick and choose. So you kind of just make a weekend out of it.
Exactly.
And I feel like I'm happy that you're the same way because sometimes I feel crazy. I'm like, yeah, like I'm requesting off like the weekend for my birthday, and they're like, you need multiple days. Your birthday's one day, babe.
Yeah, but it's like, no, you need it.
I need it, and it's the only day where I actually do something for myself.
Exactly.
I'm like, I need my birthday. You
well,
have
that's
no
like
idea.
how my birthday was too, because I had like the Friday, because my birthday was on a Saturday. So Friday, Kaiki took me out. That was like when he took me on my shopping spree for my birthday gift. And like we spent the whole day together. We got food, like everything together. And then Saturday was my birthday, my actual birthday / birthday party, where I had all my family, all my friends come over. So like everybody was there together. And then Sunday, like we all just chilled out and like got bagels in the morning and just like rewind. And like it's just so needed because you want to like spend time with everyone. And like you're supposed to celebrate a birthday.
Exactly. Let's normalize taking days off and enjoying yourself.
Yeah, like in Victorious, when Trina was celebrating her birthday month, I was like, yeah.
I always say it's my birthday
Me
month.
too. I'm like, no, we have to celebrate every single day. 5 days this week. We're having a party.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's not because it's like a self-absorbed thing, but it's like, I just want to celebrate. I want to see everybody.
I do get a little self-absorbed.
It's your birthday. You're supposed to be self-absorbed on your birthday.
That's my one time a year where I can be like, yeah, it's all about me.
Yeah, because it is.
Yeah.
Hello.
I was born.
But that's the exact same way because he is not like that with his birthday. So I need to make him that way. Because like, I'm not sure if it's a guy thing or what.
I got so lucky that Gabe's birthday falls in line with like our anniversaries and things.
Perfect.
So it kind of works out that even though he isn't so big on his birthday for like stuff, but we plan it with our anniversary, so we always go away anyway for that and just everything else, so it kind of works out in that sense. But if it wasn't around that, trying to plan something for him I think would actually
he'd be like, no, I don't want anything. And that's exactly how like Kaiki was. And I was trying to get him like, oh my God, I told the story about like the World Cup and everything, like that whole thing. So then he was like, just get me like, because we're planning on going to this like huge car event that's in June. It's like a 3-day thing, and my brother's birthday is this week. So Kaiki's is the 19th, his is the 24th, and they're really, really close. They have all the same interests. So for both of their birthdays, we're going to go to this car event.
Oh, that's so cute.
So I got tickets for him and I, and like they're not like super cheap or anything, but they're like, it's pretty decent. So I got him those tickets, which like he already knows he's getting. So then I feel like it's not like a good gift because I'm like, well, you know, you're getting it.
Right.
So it's like not, you know what I mean? But I got him those tickets, and then I got him, he's been like super into basketball recently. So I got him his favorite team, like a basketball of his favorite team, because he's been wanting it.
Cute.
Because every time that we go to the store, he's like, oh, they don't have it like on a basketball. So I got him one. And then I got him like a box with a bunch of different like Japanese candies, like one of those like surprise boxes. I cannot speak. Just because he, like, every time that we always go to Japanese markets and stuff like that, because they're like his favorite thing ever.
Gabe and I
he
love
gets
going to
all of
those.
his favorite snacks. That's like,
we also should go together because Gabe and I love going. Yeah.
oh my God, we need to go. We go literally all the time. Like it's his favorite place on earth.
Me too.
So I got him like a box of like all of the different snacks and everything.
Maybe that'll be their podcast debut, trying the snacks.
It should. Oh my God, wait, that'd be fun.
Yeah.
A little like mukbang.
Yeah. Okay.
So I got him like a whole box of that stuff. I don't even know what's in it, but he's gonna like have a heyday because he just like loves all that stuff. And then tomorrow I'm like paying for the go-karts and like doing all of that. So like there is like a lot that I feel like I feel like it is a lot, but for me it's like, you don't have 12 things to open, so I feel like a loser.
Yeah.
You know? Like, you're really only opening a basketball and candy. Like, that's so boring.
Oh my God.
But, like, the other cost of, like, the tickets and, like, the events we're doing, it's, like, that makes up for it because it's, like, the experience. But I feel like if you're not visually opening something that's from me, it's like I'm skimping out. Right. Like, I have problems.
And I love getting other people things.
Me too.
Like, open it. Like, I'm, like, staring at them as they open their gift. I'm like,
I know.
Do you like it? Like,
I know.
I
love gift giving.
I love it.
I think it's my love language. Like, I literally love it. But, like, God forbid I buy something for myself.
I'm done.
Not gonna happen. No. But I'm like, oh my God, I need to get you. Literally today, I'm doing my hair before we're like filming, and I'm thinking like, oh my God, I wish like about you. I'm like, I wish her birthday was like this month because I want to get you like this and this. I was just like thinking about things. It's like I need to get everybody gifts. Like it's like my thing.
Like when it was your birthday, I was like, I'm thinking about everything. I'm like, what about this? What about that?
Well, I was like putting my gym bag that you got me for my birthday.
Yeah.
I was like putting it by my closet and everything, and I was just thinking, like, you went above and beyond for my birthday. And I was like, she got me the best gifts ever. And then I started thinking, like, oh, my God, like, I want to get you really good gifts. And I started thinking about, like, all these. And I was like, oh, my God, I might get you something.
No, I think about things like that all the time, too.
Me too.
Like, I started thinking about your birthday, I think, way before I even knew when your birthday was.
Like, January.
Yeah.
Well, your birthday's in October?
Yeah.
Yeah.
17.
So that's, like... We got time.
But I'm like, we got a lot of time. No, you'll hear me. Once it's like August, I'm like, my birthday is coming.
Well, I was looking at birthday dresses in January at the desk because our manager, whose birthday is in January, was looking at outfits for her birthday, and I'm like, oh, well, what about this one for me? Like, your birthday's in 2 months, babe.
Yeah,
chill. But I did get a birthday dress like really early on.
Yeah.
It was in my size. It fit everything. It was so short. My whole kuka was out. Like, I'm not even kidding.
Oh my
it was
God.
like, it fit like a shirt. Like, it was like at my underwear line. And I was like,
oh my God.
I was like,
who
girl,
is this fitting?
Not me. I was like, first of all, I'm 5'3". If I was 5'10", maybe I'd understand why it was a little too short for me. But like, I'm not giving height. So why?
There should not be.
Why is everything out? Yeah. And it was from Addicted, which I really like that website. Like, I've gotten so many outfits from there.
I've never
But
gotten anything.
I do have to say that all of the bottoms I've gotten from there are always short.
Really?
Short. Because that dress was short. And I got a really, really cute set. It's like white and blue, like a tube top and like a tube skirt. And the skirt, like, I went to wear on vacation last summer because it's so cute, but like this is only like a picture outfit, I think, because when I put this thing on, I was like going to dinner with my family and I was like, I gotta change.
And that would be my issue too, is if that ever happens to me, I think I've said this probably on the podcast before, but I don't wear underwear.
Yeah.
So I don't wear it with dresses, I don't wear it with pants, I don't wear it with jeans.
With nothing.
I'm commando all the time. So
I'm sorry. I thought I saw 2 wiener dogs at once, so I started kind of freaking out.
I feel like there's always like the funniest people walking by.
I know. Sorry. That's why I'm looking. I'm listening.
No, you're okay.
Oh my God, it is. It is. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Oh,
that's
so
one.
cute.
That's one. And there was another one, and it was a short-haired, and they both crossed paths, and I almost started crying. I've just seen 3 wiener dogs.
Oh my God, they're so cute.
I'm sorry. Okay, you speak.
No, you're okay.
Look, the other one's over there.
We were.
There it is. Oh my God, there's 3 weens here today. I can't believe it.
Oh my God, it's so cute.
I'm sorry. Please speak.
So cute.
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
I have problems.
No, this is important.
It's very important.
Oh my God.
Okay, your turn.
But no, yeah. So since I'm always commando, can you imagine like if I have a dress that's just a little too short, boom.
Boom.
I drop something, ooh, it's
She's
out.
done.
It's on the floor.
She's done.
It's on the floor all night.
Well, that's exactly what happened to me because like on this vacation, I'm like, oh my God, I wanted to look like so good. I had, it's such a cute outfit too. Like it's not like family appropriate or anything, but the length, like the skirt from the front, perfect. You turn around.
And that's the thing too. I feel like I have thicker thighs, so if anything is like too short, not only that, it's like on my thighs. So
But then like when you walk around, it rides up.
yeah,
It needs to be like short, but not too short because when you walk, the skirt
it'll
moves.
ride up.
Hello.
And then there goes my crack.
Maybe if it was like a skirt with like the inline shorts,
Right.
then it can be as short as it wants. Like Sabrina Carpenter.
Yeah.
She always has her little like under
Oh,
things
oh my God,
because
so cute.
she wears like the really short skirts. But imagine her like dancing on the stage and she didn't have those shorts.
Nope, and there's a clit.
She'd be flashing everybody.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm saying is like I need like they need to like invent more of those.
I agree. Skims, maybe Skims. She'd be on it first.
She would.
She really would.
I do love like it's not a skirt. It's not a skirt, but it kind of is. It's just like it looks like a skirt, but then underneath there's like the shorts inside.
I don't think that's a skirt.
A skirt is like
Shorts in the back.
it's just shorts
and
in the back.
illusion
Yeah.
that it's a skirt in the
Yeah.
front. That one is skirt all around.
I have a skirt that is literally my favorite. I got it years ago at like Forever 21.
I love a skirt.
And I've had it for years, and I wear it for everything.
I'm happy they came back.
They're like cute
Because they were
and
always
it looks
cute.
very like trendy. If they're long enough, you can wear it to like
yeah.
the office. Not that I
Yeah.
do that, but
One day.
if I did,
Yeah.
maybe.
Not yet.
Yeah.
Don't speak forever.
I was thinking about that. I kind of like I love like business attire.
Me too. I was just talking about this with one of my friends because we went to the mall to find her boyfriend a graduation outfit.
Yeah.
And then we were in H&M looking, and she was telling me all the stuff that she had to buy for her corporate, I forget what she did, her internship. She had to work in a corporate office in New York, and that was the whole thing. It was fun. But she was telling me how if you dressed too fancy, since now like a different generation is coming in,
Yeah.
if she tried to dress like too fancy, it would look like she was trying too hard, and people probably wouldn't like her.
That's so crazy.
So she had to like dial down and literally wear jeans, maybe a sweater, and like a white sneaker or something.
It's so interesting the way that like business attire has changed though. Because like people are wearing like it's becoming more like fashion-y though. Like people wearing like business attire like to go out. And I kind of like it. Like they change it up a little bit. It's not like full like pencil skirt and like you know what I mean. But
Exactly. And what I find so weird is that people, you know how, speaking of business attire, people here will walk around in like a sets for like a workout set, and they'll call it clothes. But like if you go to like Europe, people don't wear that. People don't walk around in leggings and a sports bra.
No. I also like I think that workout sets are like the cutest like
I do
loungewear,
too.
and like if you go to get a coffee and your little thing with like maybe a sweater
I wear
over.
it every day.
Yeah. But I also like I was watching a YouTube video the other day, and it was like this girl, and she was going shopping, and she was like at the mall in just like her sports bra and like leggings, and I feel like I couldn't do that.
I wouldn't be able to do.
I'd be like, I feel like this is just like maybe like the tank top,
a tight shirt or a tank,
where it's like a little shirt, but it was like a really itty bitty sports bra, and I was like,
there's men around.
I was like, I don't know if I could do that.
Maybe I'm too paranoid, but
Yeah,
that would.
I just like. I think it's like the cutest thing, and I want to wear workout sets. Like literally, when I go to the gym, I wear Kikes clothes, and I look ridiculous, and I want to look cute, but like I don't know if I could do that.
I think you can definitely pull it off.
Guys, someone send me. Aloe, please.
Aloe, we work out all the time.
I have a hyperfixation with aloe. It's bad. It's like actually bad. Like I don't know what it is about this place. I love all their clothes, but then like the whole like lore of like their gym.
I didn't realize that you had to get invited to the gym.
And it's free. They give you a set, an aloe set. You know how expensive aloe sets are. They give it to you to work out. They have a cold plunge. They have a spa. They have a sauna. They have everything. And then you're just like casually working out next to like I don't know,
Justin
Kendall
Bieber.
Jenner. You're like. Okay. Like
yeah, because Justin does aloe.
Yeah, he does. And so do I think Kendall does too. There's like a ton of them that do it. But then it's like you're either next to like Jake Shane or like Justin Bieber, and it's like what? Like it's like you have like every type of like influencer celebrity is there. And they're all together. Like did you see the videos of like Jake Shane and Glenn Powell?
What? No, I didn't.
And Tate McRae, the three of them
What?
on
In a
like
workout
the
class?
Pilates machines together. And I was like, what a mix. Like, and they're like cool. They're like good friends. I'm like, I
What?
want to be involved.
Yeah.
I want to be on the right-hand side next
Who
to
do I
them.
have to meet to get on that
Well,
list?
that's what I'm saying. I just think, and apparently I think there's one in New York too. I thought it was only in LA, but then I forget her name. I think it's Hallie with the blonde hair on TikTok. I think it was her. I could be completely wrong, but she lives in New York, and she was like, "Oh my God, guys, I finally got invited to Aloe," and was like going to the gym, and someone was like, "Wait, I thought it was only in LA." So I think that there's one in New York too. So when does Break Room get invited, guys? But then like,
we can take a train.
some people say it's like there's specific criteria that you have to meet to like get invited there. But like a lot of the people that are going there, like their content's not like all clean. So I'm like,
Someone give me the list of the
Yeah.
criteria. We'll both make sure that we meet it. And
well,
then
I was listening to the Cancelled podcast,
Yeah.
and Tana was asking Brooke like, well, how the hell did you like actually get there? She befriended
I
like all
saw
of the
that.
people there to like
Smart.
try to get involved. And
We
then
need
like
to be like her.
the one girl she became friends with was actually the person who makes the list. And I was like, wait,
And how do you get the job to make the list?
oh my God, like I want the job because then I
want
can
the
just
job.
put myself on the list.
Yeah.
I want to go so bad, and I want to have their cute sets. It's like, oh my God, me and Kaiki went to like bougie malls the past like a few weekends ago, like just to like window shop and pretend that we're like that. We like to manifest. And I was like going into Aloe. They're like, do you need help with anything? And I'm like, no, just browsing. And I'm like looking at the price tags. I'm like, this is cute. Keep walking.
I love the clothes. Like, don't get me wrong, but
Me
just
too.
I could never spend that much on a pair of
couldn't.
leggings,
I couldn't.
a crew neck, a hat. Like,
Give me like a really good paycheck, like
Yes.
100K maybe.
right. And like I want to, but my wallet doesn't want to.
No, I can't even justify like $30
Yeah.
for leggings. I'm like,
I mean, maybe if I went
No.
like dumpster diving in the Aloe.
oh my God,
Trash. Maybe I could
'cause
find something.
remember like in 2016 when that was like a thing in like Ulta and
Yeah.
stuff, people would just go.
They would.
I want to go.
I saw someone find a Dyson Airwrap, and then
And
the
it
box said doesn't work. But then they opened it and plugged it in, and it worked. So someone was saying, like, as a joke, like the employee wanted to come back and get it.
That's.
But the person who
I'm
found
sure
it,
they did because
found
I
it.
would do that as an employee.
Yeah, I'd be like, for me.
Well, I just don't understand why. Like, if you're throwing things out, like I feel like they should let the employees have like first pick.
I agree.
It's the same
Before
thing
you
with
get
like
rid of
Dunkin'
it.
Donuts. They throw out everything. They're not allowed to give it. They're not allowed to take it home. They're not allowed to give it to like homeless people. I'm like,
That's just so much waste.
I'm like, why are we doing that?
Like, I get the products that have been used and stuff. Like, I get the whole like
Yeah.
safety behind it.
Yeah.
Obviously, you don't want to give people cold sores and pink eye and all that.
Or like
stuff.
if like because apparently the whole Dunkin' thing is like the food expires, so they don't want it to like. But it's like, girl,
no,
it's been 12 hours. Like
It's
we're
fine.
good.
It's
I think a
fine.
homeless person, they're not going to sue you. Actually, they might. I mean,
They
anyone might sue you. But my favorite part is when you go to Dunkin' before they close, and then they'll give you donuts
just
sometimes.
throw in a little bit extra.
Yeah.
I'm like,
well, it was actually really funny
thanks.
because the one Dunkin' that we go to always gives us free stuff. But the other night, the one by my house, I usually go there like in the morning, so I've never really tried the trick.
Yeah.
But we went like 20 minutes before like closing. And so we walked in and we're like, oh, we'll just get a donut. And they like didn't offer us anything else. And then Kaiki was like, what time do you guys close? And he's like, 8, it's
Bringing
like
it up.
7:44. And we're like, okay, have a good day.
What are you gonna do with all those?
Yeah, and there's like it was fully stocked. I was like, you couldn't have like thrown in like a strawberry.
Right.
Like,
Just
really?
one.
Really? Like, we couldn't have done that? Like Boston cream,
Yeah.
maybe. Like, come on, guys. You're just throwing it
A
out
little
anyway.
munchkin, at least.
I would have loved that. One time we went, and I literally was going because Kaiki just wanted a glazed donut so bad. So we went through the drive-thru, and they gave us like a dozen donuts. They gave us a bag of munchkins. They gave us a frozen hot chocolate.
Oh my
They gave us
God.
everything. We were like, oh my God, like what do we do? We came home and everyone was just eating donuts for like dinner. We were like, hey guys, we got some snacks.
Oh my gosh, that's the best too.
I know. I love free stuff.
I love free stuff.
Hello.
Hello. Let me just start naming everything that
I honestly, like, I think if I was someone who like received like PR packages, I would cry.
That thing too. I want PR packages so bad. I want PR packages so bad.
Break Room wants PR.
Please.
We will post
Please, we actually do know a lot of people.
We'll open it here. Like,
we'll tell everyone about it.
I literally will. Like, I just like, if a company is like that willing to be like, oh, you should get this, I would like bawl my eyes out.
Yeah.
I would be so grateful for stuff like that.
But what I heard is like all the influencers, like their taxes are so much because of all their PR.
You get taxed?
You get taxed on every PR package that you get.
Well, they're making like a lot of money.
They can afford it, obviously.
So I guess, but if
you have to like reimburse that in your taxes.
Oh my God, so it's not free.
No. So like a lot of people, I heard this from like Terry Emmy's thing, because she loves to shop and stuff. Gets a lot of PR, and her accountant was saying that she owes a lot because of the PR, all the shopping. Yeah, like she has to pay a lot in her taxes. So every time like they do get paid, they have to save a big chunk of it.
Oh my God.
To pay that off.
Okay, so PR companies, send it to us in increments.
Increments, please.
Don't go full-fledged, guys. I don't need it like out my door, but like maybe like once a month.
Once a month I'm okay with.
That's fine.
Yeah.
If I got one package a year,
I would be set.
I just like, I just want to open it.
And it takes me so long to use the product too.
Me too.
So I'm like, it would last me.
Me
forever.
too. It drives me crazy though when I like see influencers, and every single video they have like a new outfit on, new makeup to use, and it's like, I know that like this is their life, so they get this stuff because it's like their job, but I am so jealous.
I want to be you.
I'm like, I just want to like not wear the same pair of shoes every day.
Yep. My shoe is literally broken today. I'm wearing a broken shoe. Wait, let me literally put it on the camera.
Let's show the broken shoe.
Let's show the broken shoe. Like,
listen.
Literally.
Oh my God. Okay, ASMR.
Was chewed off by my dog, and I'm still wearing them. And I found this out maybe 3 months ago.
That happens.
And they're still going strong.
That's what happens.
So.
Well, I wear the same beat up Air Force Ones every single day of my life. Today I'm actually wearing my Uggs, which were a birthday present. So technically I didn't buy them. But my Air Force Ones, the back of them, like inside the shoe, is like, it's like broken and everything's poking out. So it puts cuts on my heel.
Oh my
and
God.
so today I couldn't get it off because the back of it was like so torn up that it got like stuck on my
Oh my God.
It's like, when is it time?
It like does not want you to take them off.
No, it's like when is it like too bad that like I just pull the trigger and like get another pair of shoes?
I don't have I used to back then, but now I have the Walmart version of my Air Forces, which someone at my old job where I got this. But she got me on those, and because I used to always ruin my white shoes, and she's like, don't even bother, just get these Walmart ones. They look cute. And I actually wore them. I get them all the time, buy multiple pairs because they're like $13.
Yeah.
I go through them all the time. I wear them with my dresses, for casual outfits.
And are they comfortable, or are they like really firm?
They're so comfortable.
Oh, good.
I love them.
Because I've been wanting to get a Walmart shoe. I'm just concerned that they're going to be so like hard.
She went to Europe for a whole month and used those shoes, and those were
a lot of walking.
Those were the shoes that she wore,
my
and
God.
she got all her friends to buy them, so they all wore that Walmart shoe on their trip to Europe.
The Walmart shoe. Send me the link.
I will. They're the best shoes ever.
I love Walmart.
I do too.
I get a lot of clothes from there.
I love Walmart.
All my comfies, like my sweatpants and stuff, all from the men's section.
I'm in my Walmart era.
Me too.
I really am. Target is kind of going to the side for me.
Well, because Target's trying to become like too hip, so everything's like overpriced now. When like their clothes used to be pretty affordable, and now
they were
it's like
cuter.
Yeah,
back then.
And now everything is like the most fast fashion styles I've ever seen in my life, and their jeans are like $40, and I'm like, this is the same price as like any other store, pretty much. Like, I mean, like $60 probably at most places, but like your Target, it should be like 20.
I agree.
Jeans. But Walmart, they've been stepping it up.
They really have been, and we have a really good Walmart by us, which is why I think we're spoiled.
We are.
So that one isn't like your typical Walmart. Like if you go to the other Walmart in the town over, that one's scary.
Oh yeah,
that one,
especially at night.
Yeah,
that one is very scary at night.
Don't go there. But the other one in this town, so good,
so good. And they like revamped it too, because it was like it was like worse than the other one.
Yeah,
and then they closed it for like 10 years, and then they made it a super Walmart basically. And now it's like epic.
It's amazing. I'm there probably every week. I love it.
I know. I'm there every night. I'm not kidding. We go like just for fun.
Yeah.
We just stroll.
It's such a good Walmart.
Oh, I love Walmart.
Me too. Sponsor.
Sponsor us.
Sponsor us, please. We love you, Walmart.
Do we have anything else today?
I think we touched base on a lot. Can you tell our vibes were different?
It's the bi-weekly.
Yeah. The bi-weekly babes. But I think that was a good one.
Yeah, it was. We're gonna get your belly button pierced.
Yeah, we'll definitely take pictures.
Oh, absolutely.
I feel like that'd be funny.
We can insert them.
Yeah, we'll show them.
I need to record you when
Yeah, please.
we can get all the footage
For the content.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay, so you'll see that.
So we'll see you guys in bi-weekly.
So not
in
next
bi-weekly,
week.
but the week after that.
Yeah, the week after. And
We love you guys.
Alrighty. Bye.
Bye.